Hey, 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 hey!
Hello!
What is up, world?
Why is there an empty chair there? Uh-oh.
What?
We got problems.
Uh-oh.
Whoa!
Cherry!
Whoa!
So that's what we have for our intro.
Hey, it's a Kramer!
Yeah, Cosmo Kramer.
I just came out of 6 billion years of floating through time and winded up here on time for the stream.
Like the chameleon.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. I've been here all along, guys.
love it. Welcome to another episode of Expedition Dracana. Episode 11, in fact.
Whoa!
Wow.
11.
I feel old.
Mm-hmm.
No Marvel spoilers, by the way.
Old.
I don't
What's
know
Marvel?
what that was. Okay.
Spoiler-free zone right here.
Spoiler-free zone.
That
I'd see
includes
it
the chat.
tomorrow at 3. Get a matinee.
Is it the
So-
end of the game?
So post it on the Discord at 2:55.
You're still making me feel old. I don't watch Marvel movies.
You don't watch it?
No, they're boring to me.
Your mom's boring. Kalena's boring.
So back to the story at
yeah,
hand.
okay. Well, I mean,
Welcome to Expedition Dracana, wherein our characters are making a harrowing trip to the North Pole of a fantasy world that I have dreamed up. It's kind of D&D-esque magic characters and dragons and such. And our characters most recently encountered, fought, and defeated a Wendigo. And a person who was also in the throes of the transformation.
And a Wendigo!
And a Wendigo, which happened to have been a former party member of Expedition Dracana. Favorite.
No!
Favorite met
And
its
the same-
end,
the same
hit his
fate as
end because he
all
was a
the
good
other
boy,
NPCs.
right? So favorite met his end. At the end of Furla's Snowvine, in the way that many things have died
That
so
all of
far.
our
all
NPCs
end up.
yeah.
the true enemy of this.
Yeah.
True enemy.
Yep.
Yeah, all the feels. Also, thanks to Kirby for the Wendigo,
Yes.
Wendigo joke.
Kirby forgot Fandango on that list.
Friendingo.
Friendigo.
Friendigo.
Fandango.
Yeah, Neon BX.
Love that.
Also,
Love
Fakes Giving was last week.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Oh, that was awesome.
It was Alira's Day. Yeah, it was actually two days after Alira's Day that you guys had this encounter with the Wendigo. So I think it's the 17th sickle of Harvest Will.
We might need to adjust our calendar
Oh,
if
okay.
that is the case.
Calendar.
Yeah, it's been 2 days, I think.
Calendar hype.
Colander.
Does this okay? I need to move it over a little bit, right? Because it's kind of like
Picture of a calendar. All right.
Also something to point out while you have the calendar open
Look at it.
is that the calendar
You make pasta?
also shows the calendar also shows the moon cycles in the inner part where it's like the white.
this part.
No, like the white circle and the and the, like half,
I see,
and
right
the half
there.
circle and stuff,
Yeah.
right? So this scene as the Wendigo was flying over the moon would have been it was the 15th. It would have been a half moon, a waxing moon. So another element of my calendar dorking out. I particularly added that because I had a character who played a priestess of Kaloon, the moon goddess, and so was constantly asking me what the state of the moon was. So I put it on the calendar so that I would always have an answer for them.
Nice.
That's right.
Anyway, back to the game. It is the 17th sickle of Harvest Will, and you guys are standing in the pouring rain, and you're standing before the carnage and bloodbath of the Narkinzi expedition, which, as far as you can tell, mutilated themselves. Like not harming themselves, but attacking each other.
Yeah.
Right. It was a all-out melee, and Timberbreast seemed to have ultimately been the one who survived in the end, and then cannibalized somebody, and then was transforming.
Timberbreast!
When you guys showed up, yep.
Is that a
walrus.
Wendigo? Is that a Wendigo like feature? Like they
have to
kind of takes over their bodies like before they become a full.
Yeah, so the howl, the Wendigo howl, I think can induce that like psychosis in someone. The Wendigo, by the way, is a Native American folklore, which is, I guess this is like the second like Native American thing that we've had. It's kind of interesting.
Fucking terrifying, both of them.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, some elements of this one I think was a little bit gamified, but whatever. It was amped up. So
Yeah.
Yep. So you guys are now standing there in the pouring rain, and yeah, there are like crashed wagons that are like wrecked off the side, goods spilled everywhere. Yeah, it's raining. There's all these bodies.
Furl is looking for salvageable food.
Yeah, within the wreckage. Yeah, give me a scavenge check, I guess, but I'm not gonna like make an attack against you.
Okay, survival.
Yeah.
I got 7.
Oh yeah, that's definitely succeeding with style.
Yes.
Gosh, I feel like we always ask this question because we don't do it often enough. But I feel like each time that you get a success, it's 2
and I think
food.
with style is 3.
Hey guys,
With style is 3.
you have not rolled. Yeah, oh, you did roll. Shit, we forgot to roll
The gravity well.
Oh, you?
Yeah, well.
He did this.
You
Look what he did. He hit it under this rock on a 1.
Right. Oh,
I mean, it was in
Well,
plain
Keith had a good
sight
roll.
of sorts.
I did.
Maybe just leave
Do you
it
want to
alone
take
and
that
see what
roll
happens?
back?
Has it ever been left on a 1?
It has, but those people
Too
died.
late now. Can't be rolled.
We don't speak of it.
No, Kirby. We must roll.
Damn
It
it!
was a bad
I
night,
spotted
man.
it and I was like, I need to make sure to
That is
say
kind
it
of tricky
later.
because I did already roll.
Alright, I'm rolling.
Like, does that?
No, I don't think
Well,
it
your
changes.
roll
Okay.
is.
I think we just got cursed anyway.
I think you just happened to get a good roll despite it.
Okay. Okay. It's not too late. I know, right?
I got
Oh,
3.
there's Dr.
I'm not-
Swagbelly.
Oh man,
Oh, he was there
TPK.
before.
Yeah.
No!
That's a 6.
Someone want to re-roll a 6?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
18.
18.
Oh, wow.
Commanding.
18. huh?
Commanding.
I think
All
a
right,
bird should be placed
Yeah,
upon that.
Keith, do you
Is that
want
the bird?
to pull that up? Yeah, I got the bird on this pedestal here.
Beautiful.
Should we get a close up of this?
Of
say
the
this-
placing of the bird upon it? Sure. I'm cool with it. Here you go, guys.
Shame.
Boom.
Oh,
I agree. I feel like
I feel like this
We're-
is dirty.
we're doing retroactive, like reactionary.
Redconning our own.
Yeah, can we really retcon our rolls? I feel like we
No,
should.
no.
roll.
Should
what's
Keith
done is
re-roll?
done.
I mean, I
No.
think this
No,
has
no,
happened.
no.
This has happened before.
Yeah.
Where we started playing and then realized that the gravity well
Definitely.
needed to be
Okay.
rolled.
All the
Alright,
gravity
we're
well
not gonna
pulls
curse.
lesser dice toward it. Dice can roll on their own.
Yeah.
If it hasn't
He
been
just
rolled.
he just happened to get lucky.
Okay.
Buttery Raven. Yeah, what's up, Buttery Raven?
Delicious.
Welcome.
Buttery.
Okay. Gravity well has been rolled.
-1 for all of us for forgetting.
Keith got 3 invokes of food
Yes.
from this stuff
Weird.
that was not ruined or like spilled over into the river or washed away.
Yeah. But the big question is, were there any endives?
No.
No. We're still endiveless.
And diveless.
No, because I'm a malevolent GM. as it says, right, like down there, you'll see malevolent GM. No endives.
Oh, it does say that.
Take that.
We took all
Bastard.
the endives in the world and burned them.
For those just tuning in, we lost all of our endives in a terrible wagon. I feel like it was a wagon jostling. That
No,
we-
No,
it
it's
was
the-
on the thing where Dolph lost his hand.
It was on the
Oh,
lift.
The lift jostling, yes.
I took it. I tried to get them all off because they were causing us to trip. So
Which
I,
was a
like,
greater
swatted
loss,
them off
though. Dolph hands
Dolph or the end times?
Yep.
Very good question.
Malevolent
Who never
GM who
says
never
endive.
says endive. Yes.
I love it.
Wow, Kirby.
He's already
Fantastic.
started. He's already started. He's started.
I know, man. Gosh, just getting warmed up. What is happening, guys?
Well, I think
I'm
Keith
having
was
too much fun
foraging.
and getting pulled away from the story.
Keith was foraging. What else is everyone doing?
Well,
Yeah.
certainly the snow vine is like breaking the bones of favorite audibly.
Thank you for reminding us once again.
Yeah, because it's undead, so it's like lasting a little bit longer than a dog normally would.
It wasn't undead.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, yeah. Wendigos aren't necessarily dead,
but it was. Yeah, it was.
and
It was
yeah.
foregone.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was insane.
Yeah.
It was driven mad to where it would only attack and kill.
Wendigo eat.
Yeah.
Take, never give. You guys know that one? Ravenous.
Yeah.
It's such a good
that movie.
Take,
Yeah.
never
So good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Mexican American war with cannibalism, like Wendigo. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's so good.
Wendigo, go, go.
Yeah, and Wendigo psychosis is an actual like medical term.
Wendigo,
Yeah, but
watch
it is
the movie.
Yeah.
not actually, of course, related to a crazy creature. But anyway, yeah. What are other people doing?
Probably dragging bodies.
What do you guys want to do with these bodies?
Yeah, toward like
Burn or bury them.
some place.
Also, I will say that there is no sign of Nicodemus Karnaslav. He is not among the dead.
Was he the one who ran off in the fight?
No, that was against the Brideport.
Yes,
He's
that was
a
right.
necromancer.
That was Felix Brideport.
Yeah, he was the dude who was really interested in me. He's my enemy.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
My character probably wouldn't have been even looking for this person.
Well,
Also, potentially could scavenge for other supplies. I will mention like that. There's like, I mean, you know, an expedition's worth of stuff that's wrecked here.
Yeah, I was
that
just
not all-
looking for food.
For food, yeah. And another question is like, or are you leaving stuff for the Guiding Light expedition, who's likely to be taking the same path coming behind you? That question is for both the bodies and for the supplies that are here.
Because they're going to think.
I don't know. I'm just posing the question to you guys. What it will mean if you leave the bodies on the road, what it will mean if you leave the supplies there. Like if there are any supplies to be had that you leave, the Guiding Light might take from them if they're coming up behind you guys. Yeah, exactly. That.
your next sister, darling.
Signed Wendigo.
I mean, I support setting up a trap, and if I need to, I will roleplay Jimothy going over to Lhanji to do it.
Sold. I bought it.
Bye. Cool.
Lhanji is actually going to, if Jimothy comes up, cut him off and ask.
Just give him a hand. The finger comes up.
My what?
Jimothy, please. How should we responsibly deal with these bodies? I mean, in terms of negative magical effects.
What he means
Ash,
to say,
bring us your academic.
burn the bodies. We should burn the bodies.
I'm assuming that we need to burn these bodies, but I can I just roll for
Smart
academics to
man.
see if there's anything I know about needing
Listen
to do
to
that
this man.
specifically. That's a 6.
Yeah, you
Both,
don't,
I guess,
there's no like undead or like raising back from the dead element of a Wendigo. It's just somebody who is alive who goes insane and kills and eats somebody and then transforms into this beast.
Okay.
So these bodies will not come back to life in any way. They are just corpses, horribly mutilated corpses that are sitting in the middle of this path.
Alright. Ash turns to Alexi and says, if you stack them.
Bulgy Blowfish, thanks for the sub. Ho!
Whoa! Thank you.
Nice.
Just to be clear,
Thanks, my brother.
even if we aren't burning these bodies for some,
Did you do a lore check? Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was just like, are we being explained and out of care? Okay.
even if we don't burn these bodies because they might come back alive, we should at least burn them in such a way to send a message for any other would-be attackers. We're getting pretty far up in here, and if we keep taking hits, if we keep taking hits like we have been to our caravans, we won't make it.
I agree. It's a good idea. We should maybe send a signal a little bit what people are messing with.
That's precisely what I was trying to say 10 minutes ago.
Thank you, Ash. If you would do the honors.
Gladly. I'll burn the shit out of them once they're piled up.
We pile
I
them
like how
all
he
up.
just gets more shrill with every episode.
It's the winter air, the elevation.
Elevation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a search for. I don't know what you want me to use, my search skill or survival, to find some water. Water is something where have used up but have not.
There is a river right here.
Can you not melt snow? Is that not safe?
Well, we just
It takes a lot of energy to do it.
Oh,
You like fill a pot with snow and then you melt it and then you have like a cup.
Well, I mean, just narratively, and with the terrain and stuff that we had last week, there was like a river that was running.
There was a dead body floating in that river, but
Yep.
I mean, we could probably filter
went
it out,
downstream.
right?
Downstream.
You guys have
downstream.
moved upstream, or right now you guys are in this area. If you moved a little
Higher
ways upstream, then you seemingly it would be relatively clean.
What would you like to roll for that?
I mean, it a survival check, but it's probably only going to be like a 2 or something because I feel like it's it's not nothing too dangerous.
okay. Don't spill the pails and don't fall in the river.
I got a 0. I don't feel like getting water today.
Maybe we have plenty.
Kalimo is busy causing a ruckus.
Yeah, so I think you maybe get to I don't know
Maybe the river's too steep for me to get down. And
Yeah,
have to,
yeah. You like think that you're gonna go do it. You grab a bucket and head a ways upstream, and then it just seems kind of like it's dangerous,
Yeah.
a little perilous everywhere.
It's also
to
raining.
get
It's
down
gonna
to it.
sliding like.
Yeah.
Just turn all the buckets around and catch the rain.
Also, I think even though the Wendigo is dead, you're still kind of like a little bit spooked just by this whole scene.
Yeah, it was freaking
right?
weird.
You're maybe having moments where you're kind of like looking over your shoulder and you're away from the group a little bit, and you're like, no, I'm gonna head back actually.
You're getting like a random
I'm good.
I
insect
tried my
or something.
hardest.
Actually, on piggybacking off of that, I think I'd like to try to create a, like, capitalize on our victory and create a,
Morale advantage.
yeah.
Your rapport.
Since I feel
Do
like
it, do
we're
it, do
just
it, do
going
it.
into darker places.
That's good. That's a good idea.
It's
exactly what I
a 3.
Still good.
I was a DC 4 last
I
episode.
think so, yeah.
I'm sticking with that DC. I know you guys have killed the creature, but
Yeah.
I think it just makes sense.
I mean, we also saw
Fresh memory.
fire. People eating other people. And
Yeah.
Someone with rapport could teamwork. I don't know if you have to decide that before or after the roll.
Yeah.
Before? Okay.
Behind report.
Well, you guys want to just move on?
Yep.
you know,
Lhanji is distracted and misses an opportunity to rally the troops.
I might still do a search roll if that's okay, just to look through their stuff, see if I find anything interesting. Not looking for anything in particular.
Yeah.
Just like combing through their stuff,
Magic items.
basically, like
Yes.
things that could seem useful that
Yes.
isn't like water, food, like
Yes. Yes. Go for it.
that's more like it. 4.
Yeah. You find the journal of Nicodemus Karnaslav, even though his like body isn't here. Like they had a sudden moment where he maybe got away, but he didn't get everything. And in like flipping to the last page or pages, he's like talking crazy, like frenzied kind of. But also it was just in the last couple days that they've run into you guys, and he has a particular interest in Furla? A like scientific
written in his journal?
and yes, and and a scientific and not necessarily
Scientifically unethical.
benevolent. Yeah, maybe potentially unethical. Like
Huh. Okay.
was observing closely and was interested in following close behind to like learn as much as he could about them and what and yeah, how they came to be.
Yeah. Well, here it pulls his glasses out.
Here we go.
Flips through the journal a bit, gets to the end. Anyone recognize the name Karmaslav?
The body was not among the ones I burned.
You know this man?
I took note of him in our experience with them. He was a necromancer.
Not a necromancer, but an alchemist.
An alchemist.
Yeah.
He was an alchemist.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't much care for him, but he was not among those that I burned.
It seems his interest is in one of ours. And I throw the book to Lhanji. The last page has something interesting to say about Furla.
Mm-hmm.
Do I hear that?
I'm speaking it out openly, I would imagine.
Someone wrote about me. My human heart. Beneath all the bark, my human heart.
Not sure if he wants to get to know you or...
Furla opens it and looks at it and then turns it upside down.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, what is this?
I think he's more interested in what you are than interested in you.
Nicodemus. Well, perhaps we should steer clear of him then.
Was he with the crew as they headed out from the...
He was with them at the lifts. That's the last I remember of him.
Does anyone recall him being leaving out from the...
Well, he was. You guys may recall that he did like enter the cave and he was with them there, but then it was in the middle of the night that they left. And Ash was the only one that was kind of aware of them like sneaking out in the middle of the night, and I don't think that you saw him leave with them, but he was with them at that point in the cavern.
Yeah.
I don't like loose ends.
Yep, just another.
Let's go find him and murder him.
You want to talk, Milksmith?
I don't know what you're referencing.
Oh, you know, just the justices on our heads and our heels.
Oh no, that was all resolved. No problems there. Isn't that right?
At any rate, I commend you all on keeping level head with that horrifying encounter. But we should get going as soon as possible.
I think that's wise. It's not good to stay here any longer than we have to.
Well, either way, I still think we should keep an eye out for this weirdo.
Yes, but we will not be going out of our way to hunt him down.
I was not suggesting that.
I was.
See, Jimothy cares quite a lot for Furla.
I care for the safety of this crew. After all, if you all crumble, who will be here to come at my aid?
Beautiful.
Indeed.
I hook Kalima back up to her wagon.
Yeah. Anything else you guys are doing here before you?
Pet her beard a little.
I pry the remains of favorite away from the snow vine at a certain point.
That's enough. Kinda.
Yeah, and like this is say something nasty of like this is cursed. This is not for you to eat, and like chucked it
I feel
off
like
the cliff.
Down into the river. Yeah.
you should have enough like spare
hits
cadaver
sister,
parts
darling.
to fashion a new arm. prosthetic,
Yes.
just to slide on your little twig, and it would just stink, and it'd be terrible. And it'd be okay, like it'd be like you're a lizard, and you can just break it off when you're like, I'm in trouble.
Forget this thing; it wasn't working.
This would never mechanically work, but I think it would be cool.
All right.
I'll get Snowvine on that, collecting bones
Cadaver
and
parts.
cadaver parts, stitch them together.
It's a disguise.
All right. So you guys move on from the scene. And yeah, nothing else substantial happens for the rest of the day or night. You guys set up your camp and sleep that night. The next day, the 18th sickle, you guys rise and break your camp, and after a couple more hours of travel, you guys are kind of like breaching the rim of this kind of mountain chain. And
Do we need a map? It sounds like we need a map right now,
Yeah.
Josh.
Certainly sounds like that.
I think we need a map. Also, map pipes.
Did somebody say maps?
Map pipe. Map pipe.
One of my favorite songs.
Button.
Good.
there it is, yeah. So you guys have finally come up over the rim of this mountain and are now like coming down into what is known as the Forlorn Waste.
We've arrived.
You are like cresting over the rim in this moment.
What is
right?
it? What do we see as we crest over the rim?
In general, you see, you just see whiteness as far like as the eye can see. It's just like absolutely desolate and stormy, like blizzardy. Right. At some point, it's just like you can only see. I mean, I don't know, a couple of miles or something, but it's just snow.
Is
It's
it
just,
like mountainous or is it just flat?
It is mountainous somewhat, but not uphill. At this point, it's kind of more like downhill and kind of like a basin.
Okay.
Valleys, I guess, kind of. Yeah. So you guys are kind of entering that, and as you guys are coming down the valley, the skies light up red.
That's right. I forgot that was happening.
How'd you forget about the magic meteor flying towards the
Because I
earth?
rolled those 4 pluses and ended the bad guy. I was on my mind all
And that was the end of all our troubles.
forgot about this, Josh.
Yeah. Off to the east is a pretty large mountain, which is ultimately kind of the mountain that Torben's cavern is inside of, right? But further along it, and still like to the east, this mountain is running alongside you guys, so it's like kind of up high like this, and this ringfall is coming and lighting up the sky. Everything is just totally illuminated in this glowing red, and I don't know if your characters have witnessed ringfall before, maybe, because it happens. It happens somewhat frequently, but whether you have or you haven't, you immediately know what this is because you've heard of it. It is a major feature of this world.
I would imagine that we would have studied it at Deppenworld.
Yes.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Can I roll academics just to like get an idea of what to expect or Oh boy. I did not pay attention during that. So I got 2. I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm magic, I don't want to know
Yeah,
how.
well, I mean, so in general, what you know about ringfall, I mean, and for the viewers as well, this planet has rings around it, right? And the rings are the source of all magical energy in this world. that energy gets to Earth by source of ring falls, by pieces of these rings breaking off and falling to Earth in like meteorite fashion. And when they crash to Earth, they can have like wild magical effects and like, you know, changing the landscape or just like release of like magical energy because they are kind of just made of the stuff of magic. And when harvested, can be like forged into ring steel to make magical items, and like the ink that is used for scrolls is written with like ringfall stuff in them, right? So it is the most precious resource on the planet when it falls to the planet. And this ringfall appears to be coming your way. But in a moment, like, you guys, as you're looking up, maybe you feel some, like, fright, as it seems like it's coming, like, directly toward you, but you realize it's not. It's going over you.
And it's coming from the south, right? And we're heading north, so, like...
Coming from behind us.
Yeah, right? Am I getting that?
Yeah, exactly. And this mountain is off, like, to the east, right? And so it's coming like this, and eventually, ultimately, it hits the like top of that mountain, right? Or like not the top of it necessarily, but a high side of it up to your guys' side, and that triggers, of course.
Oh god.
You see snow start to slide down the side of the mountain, and there's an avalanche that has been triggered by this ringfall. And that avalanche is coming your way.
It's that crazy like snowballing effect where you're seeing like all the trees rippling, and you're like,
and everybody's just kind of standing there watching it, and like for a while it seems like it's far away, right? And when it hits, it's this like, you know, when there's like that weird like ring effect, right? Like, And then you guys start seeing this snow, like, and you're just like watching it all happen, and then you kind of look at the scene and you're like, oh, that valley is like heading like right toward us. We are like in the path of it, right? So you guys are gonna have 2 rounds to prepare for an avalanche to hit. And like narratively, like literally whatever you can come up with, really, as long as it makes sense. That can be like creating scenery around you to be like, there's a thing here to like hide behind. I did have the thought of like, if there are things, not too many of the wagons will be able to hide behind them, so maybe it might end up like breaking up into a couple of groups if people are trying to like hide behind like big pieces of rock or something. So yeah, whatever stats that you guys want to do, I think that we should roll initiative. And
probably surf it on your side.
And you're gonna have 2 rounds to create advantages.
Create advantage where I wax my caster.
Yeah, you're just waxing it. You get your goggles on.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm from the frostboards. This ain't my first rodeo.
sorry, Doc. I need to tone back chat golems. Swearing sensors there.
What even?
Survival is what we're rolling for that.
Fiddlesticks is appropriate though.
3.
Yeah, survival, I think.
I got a 2.
I also got a 2.
All right. Which of you has a higher survival? Yurik. Lhanji. What other people get?
I have a 3.
3. Ash.
I forgot to roll, so not well.
Survival.
Wagons versus
1.
That's correct.
Alexi.
I don't know if it really matters that much.
Perla's got a 4.
You guys all need to take your turns before the avalanche hits. And it's just going to be a static number. I don't know if I should tell you beforehand. I'm not going to.
No, don't.
But it's gonna be high. You guys are getting hit by an avalanche.
So
right?
basically,
And-
what we're wanting to do is basically create advantages at this point.
Yes.
To sort of like boost our ability to roll against the avalanche.
It's going to be a big defense, like on the 3rd.
You're going to be
round, so
rolling
we're
a
trying to-
defense with probably endurance or athletics is generally what I see, unless there's something else that you can come up with.
I can use evocation to defend.
Yes,
so that's was
absolutely. Yeah.
Make a fire bubble.
So then, yeah,
Again, snow.
you can be thinking what aspects do you want to create, like for yourself to tap, or ones that like everybody could tap potentially, and then you're going to be rolling a defense against a high like single number that everybody's going to roll against. And I'm not going to deal with like rolling for like wagons and horses and all that stuff, but like, you know, damage that you guys take or pass on could be dealt to them is kind of my thinking.
Yep. Do you earthbend, or do you just do like magical energy?
I haven't
like
yet,
flame?
but I think that.
I mean, you could do a flame igloo if you want to like make like a little flame.
Well,
bunker-
yeah, I was thinking of
bunker.
doing something with like ice or whatnot. I don't know. Like, I feel like we talked about earthbending or something of that sort at one point, but I feel like that feels like nature magic to me, or it feels a little bit like non-energy related, whereas like the elements feel more like energy-esque. But I don't really know. I'm like shooting.
I'm going first, and I'm gonna use survival to try and find like some kind of like if there's a natural rock outcrop or something that the snow will at least protect us partially from.
Yep.
Wait. Can I aid you?
Yeah, I think so.
Can I use my turn to aid?
Wait, sorry. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm just looking for like I'm using survival to look for like a natural like kind of outcrop or something.
Do I have to have the same as you, or just have to have it?
I think you just have to have it.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my turn to aid you.
Okay.
Give it my turn to give you a +1, I think.
Yeah. So then I'll have a 5. That seems pretty good.
Yep. A 5 does it.
Okay. So
I was looking for a 4.
creating an advantage. This is going to be like outcrop.
Yeah,
or
rocky outcrop.
rocky outcrop.
And I think it's enough to protect 2 wagons. So
It's that scene in Mulan where they get behind the thing and the avalanche goes over them.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
So Furla is just
watch
immediately
that movie.
shouting like, "Right here!
Yep, and it's got 1 free invoke.
We have no time!"
Yeah.
Correct. Correct.
Josh, I'm right in thinking that like a ring fall up here is super unusual, right?
Up here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like this
so
doesn't make any sense necessarily as far as like what we're.
yeah. I mean, if you're just like guessing, you're like maybe some other like asteroid from space hit the rings and sent a piece of it flying off of its normal
But we definitely
trajectory
know
up
it
to
came
here.
from the ring. Like it,
Yeah, it seems like it had to have. It's just bizarre. Yeah.
Oh, you're up. I'm sorry.
Am I up?
Eric, yeah.
Ash is very confused. I think for a second, he's just sort of like standing and watching. He's watching it come down. He watches it hit, and he's like he's more interested in like the magical implications of a ring fall in the north. That he sort of takes a second to, instead of reacting to the impending avalanche.
He's like, oh, this is incredible.
We need to go up there. We need to go up there.
I need to write about this.
I need to go up there. The
You
amount of magical energy up there is unparalleled.
Everyone is running
We'll
at
be
this point.
waiting for us, Ash.
I'm like, we're not gonna live to see it.
Perla, we need to go up there. You and I.
Get underneath this rock right here.
I look around and I look for Tay, and I imagine she's probably close by. I basically grab her by the hand and I punch down into the ground and try and create basically a bubble of magical energy that will take the form of a large ice. So I punch down into the snow and basically try and like clear the snow from all around us and create this bubble just over the two of us.
Yes.
Cool.
Great image.
That is a 5.
Yeah, that does it. I think a 4 generally is what I'm looking for here, unless you're proposing something that seems crazy or something that seems
I fly into the air.
super easy. Yeah, I don't know.
I roll a 10. Kalima
Oh, on
flies.
Kalima, that seems reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds good. So I guess that would just be an aspect for me and Tay.
Like a boost.
Ice igloo.
Ice igloo.
Ice igloo.
Ice igloo for 2.
Igloo for 2.
Igloo for 2.
That's a cute Airbnb
and that was
name.
Yeah. Igloo for 2. When you're searching through Airbnbs. Ooh, look at
Aw,
this.
it's igloo for 2.
They call it that because it's really cold.
Yeah, it's free. They don't have a heater.
It's so cute.
That's me.
You'll have an intimate, frigid experience.
Or
Alright.
Furla as well. Furla has nature magic.
Make sure to cuddle up. An igloo for 2.
All right, great. Who's next on the initiative?
Yurik and then Lhanji.
I aided, so Lhanji's turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, what 2 people are going to be under this? I guess, yeah, we don't have to decide it now,
Probably these 2 people.
Yeah, continue
Since
this
Yurik
part.
aided.
but yeah, we can go with that. That would make sense. So the 2 of them will be under that rocky outcrop. The 2 bigger wagons, yet to be defined. Oh.
I'm so caught up in trying to remember things I've read before about, like, actually how to survive an avalanche. I'm like, I
Making a
have to
magic
think of
igloo, isn't
something
it?
reasonable.
I mean, you don't think about that often living in Nashville?
Also, keep in mind that Babs is at the head of this cart. If, like, you know, maneuvering the cart to some position seems...
Yeah, I'm like, should we find another outcrop?
I think that's totally fine, but what I was saying is, like, that would be one that, like, only these 2 wagons then could be
Yeah.
behind, right?
My other idea was to try to do something where we turn the wagons on their side and use them as a defense.
Ooh, that's a cool idea.
Which I guess I was probably going to use Navius's survival as a kind of like outdoors,
Yeah.
not like
Knowledge.
Yeah, I think that's
disaster
cool.
knowledge.
Mhm.
Okay. So we're going to try to defend ourselves where we stand, and I guess that might allow us to like free the horses to kind of fight for them, give them a better chance, maybe.
The chapstick.
I know, yeah. Yeah, Taylor, remember to invoke the chapstick.
I only got
That fends off death.
Surely Jimothy has some that could come in handy in this moment.
What reference am I not getting? Yeah.
I only got a +3, so I'm going to use a fate token invoking by the book. Maybe it's his Boy Scout training kicks in.
Yeah. Yeah.
He references the moment in the Boy Scout training manual about
vividly
avalanches.
remembers himself. He looks mysteriously like himself without a mustache.
It's maybe, I think it's maybe like the King Scouts,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So it's like to eventually be in the service of
Navius, that's so
right?
cute.
Yeah.
Baby Navius.
His hair,
Flashback
he's tan, his hair's slicked back.
All right, so you guys are flipping
He
this
looks like
wagon
a
over
supervillain as a baby.
and cutting the 3 horses loose because Heath died last session.
Baby's Navius.
R.I.P. Heath.
Is this a aspect? You
Yeah.
think flipped wagons.
Yeah, they're gonna like to hide behind it, but yes, that's the idea.
Did we get enough for 2 or just 1? Invoke.
What did you end up rolling?
Only a 5.
Yeah, 5.
Okay.
1.
Only a 5.
Oh, I rolled a 0 and had a 3 modifier and paid to get up to 5.
Awesome.
All right. Yurik went right to help me, and Lhanji,
A bubble piece.
and Alexi.
Perfect for that.
Where is it?
I guess I was gonna dig.
It's,
I know
in,
what
that,
you're
it's
talking
in
about.
that closet.
I know what you're
Will
talking
you
about.
will you grab it, Daniel?
I'll do my
Hell
best.
yeah.
Yeah. It